love printing. I love printing. I love it. I f***ing love printing. Here we are today with another episode in my series of Printer to Printer. Today we're talking with my friend Jeroen van Druenen from Jubels in Amsterdam. Personally, I think they happen to be one of the best bookshops around, but I'll stop and I'll leave that for Jeroen to tell us. So Jeroen, welcome. And why don't you tell us a little bit about Jubels before we start?
Hi, Warren, this is Jeroen. I'm in my home office right now. It's 8 o'clock in the evening. We have a late meeting. Jubels started the business in 1902, so that's more than 118 years ago. Very old.
You don't look that old.
Thank you very much. That's why I'm always telling this. I just passed 60, so that's good. Anyway, we were one of the first companies in Holland who started using photocopiers, and especially photocopiers from Xerox, and that evolved over the years into what we have now, iGen 5 and Xerox Irides with all the extra colors. Besides that, we're a heavy user of XMPie software, doing all the multi-channel campaigns, using web-to-print storefronts for use store. So that's mainly it. We're a small company. Well, small, that's meaning in the graphical arts in Holland, it's almost 30 people. But anyway, we're doing right. We're doing good. Okay.
How was everything before COVID for you? Were you having a good year? Were you on track for anything special?
Well, we bought our Irides in the last quarter of 2019. But the first quarter itself, let's say till the second week of March was pretty good. It was one of the best Q1s we had in a long time. Normally it's very slow, but this year was very good. The last 2 weeks of March and the first 1-2 weeks of April were very bad. It was very starting COVID, so to speak. But April was okay. May and June, July is good, but May and June was not so good. But that's what it is. It's stupid, but what can you do?
Yeah, I think in general, in talking to a lot of printers over the course of time, it seems to me that sales have dropped anywhere from 20% to 60% with some companies.
Yeah,
and it's a little scary. I think did the government do anything for printing companies in Europe to help, or all businesses in general?
All businesses in general. They started something which we call NOW in Dutch, and it's basically that the government is spending money on the wages of our staff to keep them employed. So meaning if you have a drop down from Q1 and Q2 in 2019 compared to 2019, I mean, then they will support you with 90% of the wages.
Wow.
So, but that depends on what you have, what you lose.
Right.
So if you
have to have loss of revenue.
Yeah. So if you lose 60%, then they will support you with probably something like 40% or something like that. But to be honest, I think we're on the good side right now. Drop down in Q2 will be 10 to 15%, something like that in total.
With the wage subsidies, were they giving them to the company to pay the people, or were they paying people direct?
No, to the company.
Okay, because in North America, what we had the government subsidizing companies with wages, subsidies, and then there was a lot of people that were furloughing people or laying them off because of, and the governments came out. I know in Canada, you were getting $500 a week if you weren't working, and I think the States it was $600. They cut it maybe down to $400 recently. But one of the problems that people are experiencing in North America is people don't want to come back to work until it runs out because they're earning more money on the subsidy from the government than working. And that's a problem for some companies now who are starting to ramp up again, and people won't come back.
No, but can you ramp up again?
That's a good
To be
question.
honest.
So
Yeah.
when I say ramp up, I don't think it means ramp up in like it did in the past.
No.
I think what I mean today is people are slowly coming back. A lot of people and a lot of businesses are still working from home. I know in some facilities, the spacing and keeping people apart is slowing things down. People are splitting up their shifts, and they're trying to get creative in what they could do, but it's still really difficult. In the customers that you have now placing work, what kind of work are they placing? Like, did you guys do any COVID printing?
No. I think I didn't know that at that point, but I think it's a very short-term policy to step in those in that business. It's very nice. I can see that on some figures of my colleagues, but no, we didn't do it. We have some retailers as a customer, which are doing great right now. So they're spending their money on a monthly base with work which they need on a monthly base. So that's good. We specialize also in photo books for photographers, very nice ones, very lovely ones, and they still need their work printed. So that's not a real problem. The only problem we see right now is the event marketing. We also do photo flyers with the Instax photo flyers, which is very slow right now because of COVID. There are no events, there are no concerts, there are no meetings, and etc. And that is one of our problems right now.
Me too. I haven't been to a concert in like 5 months, and I'm freaking out.
Yeah,
it's like everything. All these concerts on my calendar are popping up that they're here, yet they were all canceled.
Well, they just skipped yesterday. Status Quo. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna miss that.
Yeah, I don't know when. Actually, maybe the next time you have a concert, I'll have to come down and hang out with you.
That's great.
That'll be
by
good.
the way, Warren, they also skipped the fair, which we visited last year, wasn't it?
Oh no.
Yeah,
That's no good.
There's no drinking.
Well, actually, the problem everywhere is everyone's pretty good with the social distancing, but once you have a couple drinks, you want to hug.
That's true.
So it's a little tough.
Me.
Yeah. How's all the employees in the company throughout this? Are they okay? Are they nervous?
Yeah.
Or...
Well, you've been to my office as well, and the print shop. We have a large facility, and everybody has enough space. Most of the people come by bike or by car, and there's only one who does public transport, and in public transport in the Netherlands, you have to wear a mask, a face mask, and we have the social distancing with the 6 feet or so, or whatever it is. They're all pretty okay. Everybody say we don't hug anymore. We do it like this, or with your feet, whatever you want. I can do it right. I can't do it right now because I'm in my shorts.
Well, it's almost like a TikTok.
Indeed. Yeah. Oh, TikTok. That's what you do.
With TikTok, hello.
Yeah. You're not allowed anymore. Eh? Oh no, you're a Canadian.
Well, yeah, we're allowed for a few weeks.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I'm in Canada. We'll probably be allowed. Do you have customers coming to the place, to the office?
The first 2 months, no. Now we have. Yes.
And the sales reps are going to meetings with customers, or? Yep,
we are. And of course we do our Zoom meetings and Teams and WebEx, etc. We also do for the Royal Academy in The Hague. We do lunch and learn sessions where the students come in to listen to a book designer, a book bindery, a printer, etc. Normally we have 25 to 30 students coming in 3 different sessions, and now we did it on Zoom. But then the stupid thing of this monitor, this screen, you can't feel the paper, you can't feel it, and you can't smell it, etc., etc. So it's not nice to do, but it works. It works. So it's okay.
It sucks, but I think it's a bit of a new way of life.
Yep.
And I'm hoping that a vaccine is found soon, because I'm missing the people and the networking, and you get your best ideas when you're sitting around with people, I think, and you're actually just having a talk and a chat.
Well, like we always visited Drupa or the Xerox Premier Partner meetings in real life, what we did, sometimes drinking a beer or two, but yeah, you, not me, of course.
Of course not you.
No, always no. But anyway, that's what I'm really missing. I'm missing the network, indeed. I'm missing the international context. I didn't fly for the last time I flew was to Tokyo in December. So after that, there were no hotels. There was no dinner in a nice restaurant. It's completely stopped, and all the nice things are done now by WebEx or whatever virtual meeting you can use. So no more Premier Partners, so no more XMPy user group, no more Excite beyond CMYK from Xerox. That's what I'm missing, and I'm missing it deeply. I do.
Oh, I feel the same way. I think for all those events, the conferences, the shows, I thought it was really important for our industry just to bring us all together. We end up having owners, we end up having better conversations amongst each others and what's going on and what we're doing, because the conversations become a little more intimate, and people are more open to talking when you're huddled in a group of 2 or 3 or 4 than if you're in a room of 300. It's also hard to communicate when you're that many people. So yeah, I'm hoping, I'd like to be optimistic about Drupa, but I don't think Drupa is really going to happen. I think,
I agree.
I don't think people are ready to travel. And I think there are people who are ready to travel, but I also think there's people in their house who are going to say, honey, you're not traveling because it's not worth it to jeopardize the situation.
Well, that's the same for me. Normally I go on holiday in Spain, the south of Spain, but this year I won't go. It's you can't do it. It's no. Sometimes you can do it by car, but it's a long drive, and I don't want to do it anymore. It's okay. And getting into a plane right now with a face mask, etc., etc. Forget it.
Well, it's kind of like going to the restaurant without the experience, without having that restaurant experience.
Yes.
You know. Correct. Do you have any plans as everyone's breaking out of this COVID? Like, do you see yourself doing anything special or anything different than what you've been doing?
No, besides the virtual meetings that we have. I think that the influence of selling through the internet will be much higher. Well, you see it on the Jeff Bezos selling
right
Amazon
everything. Yeah,
everything. He's selling everything. Oh no, he's getting everything. That's a little bit different. But anyway, I think that's gonna be a more important channel for Jubels as well, but not for the internet printers, as we call them here in Holland. I want to be special. I want to be the best digital printer in Holland, as we are right now, in my opinion. And my opinion is worth it, I think.
You know what? And not just because we're friends, but I've watched over the years the output that you do, the books that you do, the specialty bindery. When I was there and I saw the book that you had printed and sent to Switzerland for finishing, I think you guys definitely have a place up there in the top of your category, and I like it.
And I think when you're delivering the best possible quality and the broadest range of paper the broadest range of bookbinding and the best customer services, I think you always win. That's my opinion. And if you want a quick 1,000 leaflets printed in 4 colors on a glossy paper, be my guest. I'm not going to do that anymore. It's not. I can't do it for less than whatever. Yeah?
I don't know why any printer would work for free today, and that's part of the
Well,
problem in our industry.
I think there are a lot of printers who work for free.
Well, you know what? We've always had a tough industry where we didn't always understand how other people were quoting, because some take the click and then mark it up. But the fact is, you have the machine, the space, the people, the power, the resources that go behind it.
Yeah.
But you're not wrong today, because I think people are looking for some revenue. They need revenue coming in order to keep the banks happy with the lines.
Yeah.
So time will tell on that. Anyways, I think that you keep doing what you're doing, specializing, and to any printer out there, specializing is the way to go that will allow you to keep your market share and keep your margins healthy. That is until everybody starts doing it. But but you know what? I know when we used to do digital and we used to do books over here in North America, you guys have way more options and better abilities for books: hardcover, finishing, sewing, stitching, cutting, die cutting. It's pretty unbelievable.
Well, that's because of the traditional printing industry, of course. We have still those craftsmen who can do a very special Japanese binding or a Swiss binding or whatever. Well, that makes customers happy. I can show you books. Maybe that's for another time. I can show you books. They are so lovely, and I got a lot of books over here. Of course, this is my house, my own library, and I really loved it.
Oh, there's nothing better than a great book with some amazing color and pictures printed in high def. Right?
Yes, but also a nice printed book in black and white with only letters in it.
Yeah.
Just
you know what?
Just to read instead of a Kindle. Huh?
Well, so I'll tell you, I use a paperback book because when I was using the Kindle and I would read at night and fall asleep, I'd get a bruise on my forehead when it fell. the paperback book, it just lands nicely, and then maybe I get a little paper cut, but it's all good. Anyways, you know what? First of all, I want to thank you. It is always a pleasure chatting with you. Always love to hear what you guys are up to. And
thank you very much, Warren.
Thank you for everything you do within the industry. And are you still head of the XMPie users group?
I'm still, yes, but that's also very silent at this moment. But
yes,
that's all because of stupid COVID.
Right.
We need a vaccine or a medicine or whatever to cure that, and then hopefully things will get back to the old normal and not the new normal.
With that, I say thank you very much. And
okay, nice talking to you.
Thank you. We'll speak to you soon.
Okay, bye-bye.